that helps the best version of themselves to become job creators and not job seekers, and instill in them moral and spiritual values. Admissions open now in the School of Business, Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Engineering, School of Information and Technology, School of Health Sciences, School of Arts Education, School of Law, and School of Journalism and Communication. We run HND, BSc, MBA and Master's program, as well as certification programs. In Boya, our campus is located opposite Bilingual Grammar School, Moliko. In Douala, we are at Bonaberry, ancienne route behind Lycée Polyvalent. To apply, go to www.cuib-cameroon.org/apply. Contact us now on 656-062-976 or 680-451-876.
Special good afternoon, televiewers all over the world, all over the national territory. You're welcome to CUIBR, a program that comes up every Saturday as from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. And of course, we are very, very delighted to let you know that on today's edition of CUIBR, we shall be focusing in the School of Health Sciences in CUIB. Yes, a very, very important period for the school. We just observed the breast awareness, that's breast cancer awareness week, yes, which was on in the month of October. We shall definitely be getting more and more on that in the course of the program this afternoon. And of course, we equally are going to focus. We are still on admissions. Yes, CUIB is still admitting students. So therefore, we are going to focus on the School of Health Sciences and how far they have gone since they took off. And why not, in the coming days, we shall be having the 2023 International Conference involving CUIB and Delaware State University, United States of America. Yes, the conference is coming up sometime in the month of November. You shall be getting this and many more on today's edition of CUIBR. We have in the studio the Dean, School of Health Sciences, CUIB, Madam Obenson Florence. Good afternoon and welcome on board.
Good afternoon. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine.
All right, and of course, to my right, we have a gentleman and a lady. First, we'll begin with the lady. Yes, ladies before gentlemen. We have on my far right, Miss Jamia Laura, level 200 student, midwifery student, School of Health Sciences. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
Okay, and of course, to my near right, we have this other handsome gentleman in the person of Mr. Nguti, Nguti Lawrence. You're welcome.
Thank you, and it's always a pleasure to be on set with you.
All right, he is a level 200 medical laboratory sciences student in CUIB, that's the School of Health Sciences. We shall be taking on a transitional imperative. When we come back, we shall be getting into the nitty-gritties of today's topic. Take care.
Hello, my name is Cuib Hour Felicitas, and I recently graduated from my master's degree here in the United States. However, my journey started in the Catholic University Institute of Boya in 2019, where I graduated as a past valedictorian from the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources with a research focus in food science. My journey in CUIB is one of the most exciting moments of my life so far, because when I came into CUIB, I was just welcomed with so much love and warmness from both the professors and the staff and everyone that was concerned about their well-being. I'm also very fortunate to be one of the people that were selected to travel to the United States in my junior year, and in that for an entrepreneurship program, and in that program we had people from students from many other countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Mali and Senegal. And when I got back from that entrepreneurship program, I was also very fortunate to be invited to Ghana for a business plan challenge. And all of these experiences coupled with trade fairs, business plan challenges that we have in school helped me to be better at public speaking. And that's why it's very evident in how all of the alumni are sparing in their different spheres of life. Some Some alumni have very prestigious scholarships. Some are working in international organizations like the UN, and others are doing very well in the businesses that have created both home and abroad. So my advice to students that are looking for universities, UIB is a place to be because it does not only bother about.
So potentially is more accumulation of it.
The Vice President of the Catholic University of Boya, Dr. Ngangum Eric Serge, accompanied by faculty and staff members, were all happy with the breast cancer sensitization campaign as they got to ask questions that they think will go a long way to enhance their understanding on the issue.
Dead in women.
At the end of the health talk, participants were happy and pleaded that many more health talks like this should be organized to educate the public and also the institution about issues pertaining to their health.
Thank you for your brilliant presentation, and I would like to congratulate you once more and congratulate the initiative. I think it's a wonderful initiative, and we need to be doing more often.
Thank you very, very much, Jarvis Mai out there in Douala. We really appreciate your efforts in ensuring that we have a successful breast cancer awareness campaign in Douala. Yes, and of course, just like in Douala, the day was equally observed, same time, same period, in Boya, CUIB Boya campus. And of course, it was a pink day. So it's good for us to have an understanding, maybe highlights of the activities that took place here in Boya.
Are you looking for a university that can guide you in your following dreams? Then think the Catholic University Institute of Boya, the growth mindset entrepreneurial university. The Catholic University Institute of Boya run an Afro-American model that helps students to become the best version of themselves. We train students
the signs and symptoms of breast cancer. First of all, if you have breast cancer.
Is that the only reliable source in the World Organization about breast cancer? This anomaly? Is it the only reliable source? Are there other sources as well that say something that can be trusted as authoritative based on research?
Well, according to the agreement, since the World Health Organization is the largest body, so their information is the most valid.
Accepted.
Yes, the most accepted.
Okay. What about the hospital that are validated by the World Organization?
They are under the World Health Organization.
Early signs and symptoms of breast cancer. How do I know that I am beginning to develop breast cancer? The first thing is that you may have an increase in the size of the breast or in the appearance of the breast, or you may begin to feel pain in the breast. The second is that you may have discharges from your nipple, bloody discharge or at times mixed with pus. That is a sign of having breast cancer. Or you may have another protruding nipple from the original one you have, and it is usually curved. The next you have is that the tissue of the breast may begin to get stronger, either in a portion or all around the breast. If you notice any of these signs, you should get to see a doctor and consult, because it may be the beginning of breast cancer. Now we're going to move straight away into how to prevent breast cancer. What are some of the things in which you can do to prevent breast cancer? But if you look at the causes of breast cancer and you understand them, you can be able to avoid breast cancer, and if you avoid the causes, then you get to avoid the disease. First of which we have do regular exercises. We mention of the fact that if you do not do regular exercises, it increases your chances of having breast cancer. Now, if you do regular exercises on the other hand, it's going to reduce the chances of you getting breast cancer. Secondly, we have regular intake of balanced diet. Your diet is very important for you as an individual. Now, if you are taking regular balanced diet, at least let's say very frequently, it's going to greatly decrease the chance of you getting breast cancer. We have no excessive intake of alcohol. Make mention that when you are an alcoholic, it greatly increases your chances of getting breast cancer. Now, when you decrease the amount of alcohol you take, I don't want to say stop alcohol, because to an extent, alcohol is also important in the body, but everything has a limit. When you begin to take alcohol above the normal limit should be, it can expose you to having breast cancer. Next we have is no to smoking. Called Peace October. And why is it so? It is because in this month we try to intensify awareness on breast cancer. Because there are basic information which you need on breast cancer, which is very important. So I'll be talking to you about what is breast cancer, what causes breast cancer, how we can easily be diagnosed, or the early signs and symptoms of breast cancer, and how we can prevent it. So by definition, breast cancer is just the uncontrolled division of cells, or the uncontrolled reproduction of cells in the breast tissue. As the cells just keep on growing abnormally, and because it is growing abnormally, the cells tend to die, and when they die, they accumulate. And that changes a lot of functions concerning the breast. So for basic definition, that is what breast cancer is all about. So right away, we are going to go into the causes of breast cancer, which we are going to get an easy display here for us to easily see. Now, breast cancer can come as a result of different factors. And there are certain things which actually cause breast cancer, but they increase the chances of you getting breast cancer. And we can break those factors into different points. It could be from, let's say, your family history. It could be behavioral factors, it could be hormonal factors, or we could have environmental factors and a person's lifestyle. So all these different things can actually contribute to what.
Thank you so very much. And we're back to talk more about the Breast Cancer Awareness Day, week, and month that was observed in the CUIB Boya campus. Once again, you're welcome, the Dean, School of Health Sciences, the students in that particular school. And we want to understand. We got the highlights here in Boya. We got the effervescence out there in Douala campus. We're now here at the studio, and we want our viewers to get first-hand information right away. So to begin with you, Madam Dean, when we talk about breast cancer, I mean, what do we really mean? What is it all about? Basically, from inception and so whatsoever. What do we mean by breast cancer, and what do we mean by creating awareness for it?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Oscar. The breast cancer awareness campaign, like it sounds, it is a campaign to improve awareness of breast cancer, and it actually started in the United States of America in the year 1985. So their National Cancer Association, the American Society of Cancer, they organized a 1-week-long campaign to promote early diagnosis of breast cancer. And as the years went by, they gained recognition and support from several different organizations in different parts of the world. And fast forward to 2020, all through 2023, we now dedicate the entire month of October to telling people more about breast cancer, what it actually is, how to prevent it, what causes it.
Okay, we have 12 months in the year, and October is one of the months closing the year. Why the choice for October? What is in October? Why the awareness in the month of October?
Well, like I said, in the year 1985, the campaign started in the United States, where they took an entire week in October to tell people more about early diagnosis of breast cancer. And over the years, we now decided to dedicate the entire month of October to the breast cancer awareness campaign. And for that campaign, if you are keen, we are all wearing pink, because we have associated the color pink with the pink ribbon as seen on the screen. Like the HIV ribbon, which is a red ribbon, for the breast cancer campaign we use the pink ribbon instead. And so to honor this day, we all appeared pink.
Okay, let's move now to the gentleman here. We saw you displaying the level of the CUIB Boya campus, Gongi Hall, and all that, giving us an understanding of what causes the signs, symptoms, and all that. So can you just summarize, maybe to our viewers, let them understand?
All right.
In reality, reality check. What are the causes?
All right. Okay, talking about the causes of breast cancer. Generally, breast cancer can have a variety of causes, ranging from genetic factors to like a person's behavior. Like there are like multiple factors which can cause breast cancer. It could be caused by genetic factors. It could be hormonal imbalances. It could be the kind of environment an individual is exposed to, or a person's lifestyle. I'm going to take each of these and actually expatiate on more. Now, when we talk about hormonal factors, hormones generally are just chemicals which your body produces and which helps to carry out normal body functions. But due to some problems with genes, your body gets to produce some of this hormone in very large quantities than normal. And because your body misfunctions in that way, it exposes an individual to having breast cancer. That's one of the reasons why a lot of people have breast cancer, because they have this particular hormone. It's actually called estrogen. It's more like predominant in females than in males. That's why you say females will have a greater chance of having breast cancer than males, because females generally have this hormone more compared to men. So because of these genetic defects, we get this hormone produced more than the normal range, and that is why many of people get breast cancer. Now, talking about the environment where an individual lives, one of the things found in the environment which can cause breast cancer is high energy radiation, like X-rays. You always say radiations can cause cancer. It can cause mutations which can further lead to breast cancer. So radiation in the environment can also lead to breast cancer. Besides radiation, we have some very toxic gases like carbon monoxide. At times you move along the road and then you see cars move along and then they are producing this very dark gas, and at times people inhale it, and then that's one of the things which can possibly cause breast cancer. So when you inhale this gas in a very large quantity, I'm not saying that you just get it once and then you just have breast cancer. When you get to inhale it over a long period of time, when it gets accumulated in your system, it can lead you to having breast cancer. Now, talking also about a person's lifestyle, the kind of life you live generally can actually predispose or expose you to having breast cancer. One of which include taking excessive alcohol. You will say alcohol, yes, you cannot say stop alcohol generally, because to an extent it's also important. Yeah, alcohol is kind of important, but there is always a limit to everything. When you begin taking alcohol above the normal level, it exposes you to having breast cancer, as it actually affects the function of your liver, because when your liver is affected, it can also lead to hormonal imbalances. So alcohol generally predisposes you to having breast cancer if you are taking in a very large quantity. Secondly is smoking. Smoking actually imposes things in your system. We usually call them carcinogens. Carcinogens are just things that cause cancer. When you smoke also, it can expose you to having breast cancer, because these things get into your system and can trigger that reaction in your breast, which can lead to having breast cancer. Another one is like family history. If in a particular family we have like an occurrence of cancer, like let's say your parents had any form of cancer, or let's say your grandparents or people who were before you, you should already know that you are already exposed to having cancer, and this cancer could be breast cancer. So family history also can also predispose an individual to having breast cancer. So these are just some of the signs. There could be more, but these are actually just some of them.
The reasons, the causes.
The causes.
Okay.
Cause breast cancer.
So we move straight to Laura. I mean, do we see a woman's breast, to be precise, and then we just detect that this person has breast cancer? What are the symptoms, please?
Okay, thank you so much, sir. For the symptoms of breast cancer, you cannot just see somebody's breast and then you say that this person is having breast cancer. There are some symptoms, there are some particular things that when you see in a woman's breast, you can now say that maybe this person is at risk, or maybe this person has breast cancer. The first of it is that when the site or the affected breast grows larger than the normal size. For example, if these are my two breasts that of the same size, then one grows bigger than the other one, that's a possible sign of breast cancer. Also, when you start having discharges, blood discharges from the nipple, is also a sign of breast cancer. And then maybe the surrounding part of your nipple start peeling off, is also another sign of breast cancer. Then after doing your breast exam, which is advisable for every woman to know and to always do it, especially when you want to take your bath or you want to dress up. After doing your breast exam, if you find some sort of lump in your breast, you should also go to the clinic or to the hospital to see your doctor for possible signs of breast cancer. Also, when the surrounding part of your breast seems like it's peeling off, like you're having cracks around your nipple or a wound, sometimes it's a wound, it's also a sign of breast cancer.
Okay, we are very glad for the insights, and we believe that our viewers taking notes so as to ensure that they observe themselves, or why not even their spouses, their sisters, so as to ensure that this is noticed early enough, and to make sure that they do away with it. And after noticing the signs, Lawrence, should we just sit there and say, oh, God is going to take control? What should be done after noticing some of these signs of breast cancer? What next?
Alright, when you actually notice that you have any of these signs and symptoms, now the first thing I'd like to begin with is to say the good thing about cancer is that if cancer is detected at an early stage, when it's still very early, it can possibly be treated. They could combine some medications, we could do surgery, or we use radiation to actually eliminate these cancerous cells. But that is at a very, very early stage. That is why we always advise that it's good to do regular checkups, like she was talking about palpation, checking the breast, doing a breast exam to see if you actually have any of these lumps. Because when you have any of these lumps and you report to a doctor, we could possibly do a mammogram which can actually help to eliminate those cancerous cells. So detecting it at early stage, you can possibly be treated. So you should not just say having, like, if you have any of these symptoms, it's actually the end of the world. No, you should actually go to the hospital and see a doctor because something could possibly be done.
Okay, so you are saying that at this point in time, when the signs are noticed, straight hospital.
Straight to the doctor, because it's not good for you to, let's say you die of something which you could possibly help.
Okay.
It's good to just go to the doctor first.
And okay, so just backing the fact that ignorance should never be an excuse. And in one of the placards, Laura, it was written, male or female, we've all got a breast to love. Yeah, it was displayed in our screens. Male or female, we've all got a breast to love. So now the question is, how do the male gender come in? I mean, based on your explanation, saying that the hormones, hormonal changes, I mean, there are more differences between the male and female, so it means that female are most likely to equally, to have this breast cancer being seen as compared to male. So how do male come in this? How do they also suffer from, do the male gender also suffer from breast cancer? Do we have records of that?
Yes.
Yes, and of course, maybe we should let our viewers know how the male gender come in.
Yes, males also can suffer from breast cancer. Now, one of the causes can be hormones, like Lawrence earlier said. The hormonal imbalance can cause a man to have breast cancer. Now, there's something they call Klinefelter syndrome, which means that a boy child is born with 2 X chromosomes. This can cause a mutation in the gene and can trigger these signs of breast cancer in men.
Oh, okay. So is there a role that the male gender can play in ensuring that breast cancer is eradicated? Because, well, we know that people are shy from these topics, but these are realities. These are deadly infections and all that we don't need to be shy away from. But we also know that in the month of October, we've seen lots of campaign messages that are in quotes, suck a breast today, save a life, and all that. Is that really scientific?
Well, the issue of sucking a breast to save a life, it actually came from the idea first that people usually say, in fact, it's usually advised that when a woman gives birth, she should breastfeed a child for up to about 6 months. It actually decreases her chance of having breast cancer, and that is actually proven.
Okay.
But many people now have taken it that since the baby has to suck a breast, it's up to 6 months to prevent breast cancer. So why not men sucking the breast for that time to actually prevent breast cancer? But for a male sucking a female's breast, it's not actually scientifically proven. Like it's not actually a scientific fact yet. But the aspect of a baby sucking a mom's breast for about 6 months to prevent breast cancer is accepted. But going to the male sucking a female's breast who is not a lactating mother, up to 6 months or maybe for a time to prevent breast cancer is not proven. So it's not actually a proven fact.
So you're trying to say that those who are not yet mothers,
yes,
do not have any chance to have breast cancer?
No, they can have breast cancer.
Good.
But the aspect of males sucking the breast to prevent breast cancer is not scientific.
It's not scientific?
Yes.
Oh, we are learning every day. So these campaigns that we see online and all that, they are actually just campaigns for the show.
Perverse versions of the real acts of prevention.
Okay.
Just perverse versions.
All right, the dean is letting us know that there are perverse versions of the real acts of prevention, meaning that all the campaigns that used to take place in October about sucking a breast today and saving a life, our dean, our School of Health Sciences are saying that it is not scientifically proven. And of course, going back to you, the dean of the School of Health Sciences, CUIB, we want to find out from you, after the month of October, we're now in the month of November, what next for this campaign? Are we going to wait till next year, 2024, October, to raise another awareness? What happens to the campaign?
Well, breast cancer is not, it's not an ailment that people get diagnosed in only in the month of October. Neither do people only die of breast cancer only in the month of October. So the fact that the awareness campaign is has been put in October doesn't mean that it doesn't continue, because every day people get cancer, every day people get diagnosed, and so it continues right up till the end of time. Every month we will keep doing health talks, teaching it in our classrooms, keep bringing up seminars and so on to talk about breast cancer. So it continues.
All right, televiewers, we're very, very sure that at least today you've garnered some knowledge when it comes to the breast cancer awareness exercise. So it is very important for us to play our own roles to prevent such situations around us. And of course, we had here in the studio Guti Lawrence as well as Jamia Laura, who are all students, level 200 students, School of Health Sciences, CUIB. They have given their impact in terms of how the awareness is expected to be carried out. So we shall take on a break, and when we come back, we are still on admissions. Yes, admissions continues till the 18th of November 2023 in CUIB, meaning those of you still at the fence, it is time for you to be part of the CUIB family. We shall get more of this after the break. Stay tuned.
Hello, my name is Cuib Hour, and I recently graduated from my master's degree here in the United States. However, my journey started in the Cuib University Institute of Boya in 2019, where I graduated as a class valedictorian from the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources with a research focus in food science. My journey in CUIB is one of the most exciting moments of my life so far, because when I came into CUIB, I was just welcomed with so much love and warmness from both the professors and the staff and everyone that was concerned about their well-being. I'm also very fortunate to be one of the people that were selected to travel to the United States in my junior year, and in that for an entrepreneurship program, and in that program had people students from many other countries like Ghana, Nigeria, Mali and Senegal. And when I got back from that entrepreneurship program, I was also very fortunate to be invited to Ghana for a business plan challenge. And all of these experiences coupled with trade fairs, business plan challenges I will have in school helped me to be better at public speaking, and that's why it's very evident in how all of the alumni are faring in their different spheres of life. Some alumni have very prestigious scholarships, some are working in international organizations like the UN, and others are doing very well in the businesses that have created both home and abroad. So my advice to students that are looking for universities, CUIB is a place to be, because it does not only matter about your academic excellence, whether in business, in arts or in sciences, but how you present these businesses, how you turn this knowledge into ideas in solving problems in our society in the rapidly changing world. Thank you.
Thank you very much and welcome back. This is CUIBR on your darling television station, Divine Mercy Radio and Television. We're broadcasting live here at the foot of Mount Fako in Boya. We are still on admissions, like we said earlier, and we are still very much open. We have many schools in CUIB, the School of Agriculture and Natural Resources. We have the School of Business. We have the School of Information Technology. We have the School of Engineering. We have the new School of High Health Sciences. We have the School of Law. We have the School of Arts and Education. We equally have the School of Journalism and Communication. We are offering HND programs as well in CUIB. And why not? BTech is also part of what we offer you. So don't make a mistake. You are still very, very much welcome. For Boya campus, we are located opposite Lycée Bileng de Boya. And in Douala, we are located at Ancien Road behind Lycée Polyvalent. Yes, at Bunaberry. Yes, so please do well to visit us even online and ensure that you're part of the CUIB family, because we are an entrepreneurial university. We have a growth mindset. Coming back to the Dean, School of Health Sciences, Madam Obenson Flores. You're welcome once again. And this time around, we are focused admission-wise in your school. We know that this is the second academic year that you've been in existence as a school. And congratulations for being the pioneer dean of that school. So we wish to find out from you, being a new school, what has been your assessment? What is your assessment so far in terms of the teaching and learning process?
The teaching and learning process in CUIB is very, I would say, Afro-American, European, even Asian, why not? Because we teach our students and deliver our lectures in a hybrid fashion. We teach them on site, which is in the classrooms, and we teach them online. So it's very different. It gives our students a feel of what is happening out there in the diaspora, in Asia, in Europe, in the Americas, such that when they graduate, maybe if they choose to pursue further studies out there, they will not be lost, and they would already be used to the way which they study out there, because we are already teaching them in that manner here in the Catholic University. So it is very innovative.
Very, very innovative, says the Dean School of Health Sciences, CUIB. We equally want to understand that we know that CUIB happens to be an entrepreneurial university, and the uniqueness of CUIB cannot be overemphasized. But at the level of the School of Health Sciences, being a new school, though it's operating in its second academic year, can you enlighten us on how entrepreneurial your programs are?
Okay, so the programs you're talking about, we have 4 of them. We have nursing, medical laboratory science, pharmacy technology, and midwifery. And like our motto also, the growth mindset entrepreneurial university, we teach the students to not only write and pass exams, but to think bigger and dream bigger, and to identify problems in each of their respective fields in our community and work towards creating something to solve those problems. So I'd say that is how we are entrepreneurial, and we have an entire unit called our Center for Entrepreneurship, Research and Innovation, where the students each get coaches that coach them through these ideas which they come up with of whatever problem they want to solve in their communities.
So in other words, we are looking at a situation where being students in CUIB, going out there, you're for example an entrepreneurial nurse, a nurse that already guides you towards that entrepreneurial, like being a master of your own, solving the problems as your own boss,
exactly,
and impacting the society.
Of course,
you know, the pharmacist being, you know, just having your own setup, trying to be business inclined.
Not only business inclined,
okay,
but because there are so many businesses everywhere, and we don't train our students to be just mediocre business owners. Their businesses should be able to impact the society and not just their pockets.
Okay, so impacting the society is a key value for the School of Health Sciences. So please make hay while it shines, so that at the end of the day you will not be left behind. Now, we have parents who are watching us right now. We equally have prospective students who are still to make their way to the Cali University Institute of Boya. We are very sure about that. You following us right now, we know that you want to be part of the family. And what will make all those following us right now, the parents, the students, what will really make them to choose CUIB School of Health Sciences despite the many higher institutions of learning here in Boya? What is the added value? What is unique about us as Akala University?
Catholic, there are so many universities, like you have rightly said. I think this year there are almost close to 50 private higher institutions,
Yeah.
and we have the main, our main mentor, the University of Boya as well, with such cheap fees, like so many people emphasize. So what would actually make someone send their child or make a student pursue education in Catholic University? One thing or two things we have which other universities do not have. We have the entrepreneurial arm, and we also have the can I say pastoral
arm?
Yes. So the pastoral arm and the entrepreneurial arm combines with the academic arm, which is the learning and teaching, which all these other universities do. But we have two arms, and combined with these, combining all of these arms,
Even
it
with,
makes
even with the business arm is there.
Yeah, the entrepreneurial, the business arm, like you've said. So when a student goes to a university that emphasizes equally on all of these aspects, this holistic nature of education, the students automatically has an advantage above all others. Our students are impacted with moral and spiritual values. That is from the pastoral arm. And we also have our Center for Entrepreneurship, such that by the time they graduate, they wouldn't be looking for jobs. By the time, even before they graduate, there are several of them that have already created jobs for themselves, created jobs that solve problems in the society. So our students are at an advantage, or twice the advantage even, compared to students who pursue education in the other universities.
Okay, we are in a current cutting edge technology era. So how are these your programs geared towards meeting up with the current digitalization in the world ongoing, the world becoming a global village? So what's there technological wise?
Technologically advancements are coming up each and every day, and this is no news. I think a couple of months ago I read an article on the production of robots. They are manufacturing robots for to serve as maids or something. Thank God it was fake news, but any one of these days the news might not be fake if we see it again on the paper. So we always tell our students to avoid being one-dimensional. We train them to be innovative, growth mindsets, like we usually say. They shouldn't be one-dimensional. Like if you are studying say nursing, the only path that a nurse can take is not only working in a clinic or hospital somewhere. There are many things, because as much as we try to avoid it, or as much as we try to not think of it, one day robots are going to overtake us humans and be caregivers as well in hospitals and clinics. So we train our students to be not to be one-dimensional, and we also emphasize that by the time they are graduating, they must be computer literate. I know some people might be thinking, what does a nurse have to do with computer? Why should a nurse learn how to use computer? Computer literate in the sense that everything is becoming digitalized.
Exactly.
Even in our teaching and learning process, half of it is digitalized because we deliver lessons online and so on. So yeah, we emphasize they don't be one-dimensional, and we make sure they are computer literate so that they can find their way in any situation in which they find themselves in.
Exactly. Digitalized nurses, digitalized midwives, pharmacy, of course, pharmacists and all that. We are doing that at the level of CUIB. And there's this big confusion which always comes up. Catholic University, Institute of Boya. You know, many are thinking that I can't go there, it's for Catholics. So we're talking about Hail Maria and all that, and maybe they might not just be interested and understand certain things. So are we saying that CUIB is meant just for Catholics? Are other denominations part of CUIB?
Not at all. I have students who are Muslims. I have students who are atheists. I myself, I am not a Catholic, and more than half of our faculty and staff are not even Catholics. So the point of CUIB being a Catholic university, or being a university only for Catholics, is not at all true. And we don't actually impose our Catholic beliefs in the Catholic University on everybody, because like I said, I'm not even a Catholic, and in my time there, no one imposes and says, okay, you are in the Catholic University, you must be a Catholic. That is not really what we do. So it's for every and anybody, even people who have no religion. We have them on campus.
And of course, that's why we have the EOCR, Economy of Communion. We have the period for prayers, the period for communion with your Maker. And for those who are Catholics, of course, they go to the chapel. Those who are non-Catholics, every other denomination, even Muslims, they have their own section for observing the hour with your Maker. So very, very briefly, how many years does the HND program in the School of Health Sciences, how many years does it run?
It runs for 3 years.
Okay.
So 3 years for each of the programs, which are nursing, pharmacy, technology, medical lab science, or midwifery. At the end of the 3 years, the students will have acquired a higher national diploma in each of these fields. And if they choose to continue forward, they can do an additional year and get a Bachelor of Medical Lab Science, or a Bachelor of Nursing, or Bachelor of Pharmacy Tech, or a Bachelor of Midwifery.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. We have one more item to view, and that is going to be the upcoming conference for still concerning the health sciences school. Yes, it's coming up sometime this month, as the month of November 2023. Let's visit the action plan. When we come back, we talk about it briefly, then we pack our bags and leave.
Medicine and health of the 21st century have long prioritized several acute health issues which develop suddenly, but less focus has been on health conditions which have long-lasting effects and are known to be notorious silent killers in our communities. CUIB will convene international experts and leaders from academia and clinical practice to guide us through what is happening, why it is happening, and how to manage this happening. Our main focus and theme, nutrition and the management of chronic diseases, will be explored from the several perspectives to share opinions which shall promote healthy living. Through a series of workshops, we will discover how the public health community can employ the use of diet in management and prevention of these silent killers. Endeavor to be part of this exciting CUIB School of Health Science Conference, where we believe knowledge is truly the best medicine. Take the rendezvous for Wednesday, 15 November 2023 at our CUIB Boya campus beginning 12 noon. For more information and reservation, contact 671-855-295. 671-855-295. CUIB, the Growth Mindset Entrepreneurial University.
Indeed, it is the Growth Mindset Entrepreneurial University, CUIB. Once more, the Dean of the School of Health Sciences, Madam Obenson Flores, this seminar, CUIB in partnership with Delaware University out there in the United States of America, is coming up on the 15th of November 2023. It's going to be a Wednesday. What are the stakes? Who are those to be part of it? Who is expected to be part of that conference? Because it looks very, very promising.
Yeah, it is actually a very promising conference. And the idea, what gave us this development to create the conference is we so much focus on tropical diseases and acute conditions. Those are conditions which they come so suddenly, and for treatments we just couple of days, couple of weeks, and we're already done. And most of the time we forget about these chronic conditions, the conditions which develop slowly throughout our entire lifetime, and the factors which actually cause these conditions to develop. Some of these conditions, we have the cancers, we have diabetes, and we wanted to tell the public more about these conditions and how their nutrition can actually affect the development and prevention of these conditions. And we'll have presentations from Professor Bisong, which is a professor of food and nutritional sciences in Delaware State University in the United States of America. And we will have a clinician, which is a doctor of medicine, Dr. Shifu Ismail, to tell us why do these conditions actually develop. And I will also be a panel member presenting on the current situation of these conditions and what are the current statistics, what is the proportion of those of us who die each year from these conditions.
Okay, so who are expected to be part of this conference? Is it just students?
For everybody, the entire public. Everybody suffers from these conditions. We have students, workers, even workers in the health sector as well. Just because we are working in the health doesn't mean we can't get sick. And so it's for everybody. Everybody is welcome to attend, and we'll be expecting everybody.
Are the modalities? Because we got in the promo talk, we had heard about reservations. What does that mean? Do we have any modalities to attend?
Well,
since it's for the public.
Yes, it's for the public, but it is not entirely free. There's just a tiny little fee of 1,000 francs to get yourself registered and to secure or reserve a seat in the conference hall.
All right, just a little tiny 1,000 francs. And you'll be part of that conference. It's coming up at CUIB Boya campus on the Wednesday, 15th of November, 2023. We really want to thank you and appreciate your efforts, Madam Dean, for being here, especially coming along with your students. Thank you so very much.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you as well for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much, televiewers. We appreciate you for being part and parcel of CUIB this day in Boya, and we are really, really, really grateful for your continuous viewership. We appreciate all the students that were here. We're talking about Lawrence as well as Laura for their active participation in today's edition of CUIB, and all of you who made the program worthwhile. We want to appreciate your efforts. The program comes up again next week at exactly 3:30 p.m. God bless you all, and you all have a nice day.
Are you looking for a university that can guide you in your following dreams? Then think the Catholic University Institute of Boya, the Growth Mindset Entrepreneurial University. The Catholic University Institute of Boya run an Afro-American model that helps students to become the best version of themselves. We train students to become job creators and not job seekers, and instill in them moral and spiritual values. Admissions open now in the School of Business, Agriculture and Natural Resources, School of Engineering, School of Information and Technology, School of Health Sciences, School of Arts Education, School of Law, and School of Journalism and Communication. We run HND, BSc, MBA, and Master's program, as well as certification programs. In Boya, our campus is located opposite Bilingual Grammar School, Moliko. In Douala, we are at Bonaberry, Ancienne Route behind Lycée Polyvalent. To apply, go to www.cuib-cameroon.org/apply. Contact us now on 656-062-976 or 680-451-876.
I am Bishop Michael Bibi, Bishop of the Diocese of Boya. Keep watching DMRTV. DMRTV, sharing the light of hope.
Good afternoon, happy new month, and welcome to our weekly program, Journey with God's Word on DMRTV every